Welcome to Bruce Hurwitz Presents Meet the Experts. I'm your host, Bruce Hurwitz of Hurwitz Strategic Staffing. You can find us on the web at hsstaffing.com. I hope you'll consider us for all your staffing, career counseling, and professional writing needs. I am delighted to be joined today by Melih Oztalay, and we will be discussing artificial intelligence and digital marketing. Meet the Experts is sponsored by P&K CPAs. P&K is a full-service accounting firm. They provide accounting and consulting services to businesses ranging from startups to small and mid-cap companies to nonprofits as well as high net worth individuals. Contact them today for a free consultation at info@pk-cpas.com or call them at 973-882-8810. They will be happy to be of service. Melih, welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you, Bruce. Glad to be on your show. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. I thank you profusely. And please take a minute or two to introduce yourself to our viewers.
Sure. My first name is Melih. My last name is Oztalay. I am the CEO of Smart Minds Marketing. We are a full-service marketing agency out of the Detroit metro area. Our company is actually 36 years old. We are an award-winning marketing agency in the state of Michigan. And you'll find me as an industry author. You'll find me as in conferences as a guest speaker, subject matter expert. Radio shows call me, video cast, podcast. Punch my name into Google. And you'll get a lot of information about my knowledge, my experience, as well as my team's competencies.
Well, thank you for that. Now, our topic is AI and digital marketing. So the first two questions are obvious. First, what is AI?
So artificial intelligence is interesting. I will tell you that our firm has been using artificial intelligence for about 4 years. So if you think about the fact that ChatGPT came to market in November last year, it really changed the dynamics. All of a sudden, artificial intelligence became something that the general public knew. The market became aware of how AI is being used, especially in the background. That being said, I think there's one thing that's missing that many people don't realize. Artificial intelligence is also known as artificial neural networks, ANN. Artificial neural networks have been around and was started late 50s, early 60s. The topic of artificial intelligence is actually 60 plus years old. And to that extent, I think what people are seeing, what they're feeling, what they're hearing, what's in the news and the media in terms of artificial intelligence may seem really new to them, but it's been running in the background. It's been part of the development cycle for a very long time. And as it comes to, if we think about today's digital marketing, today's, where we are today in the with the internet, with the technologies. Okay, fine. You might be able to say that AI has been around for roughly, let's say 5, maybe 10 years. It's running in the background with a lot of companies using it. But I was involved in a conversation, not just in the last few days, in which somebody was suggesting that, this is all new. And it's amazing how it all ballooned, just blossomed after November. I'm like, it didn't just blossom after November. A lot of the companies that you're seeing today, whether it's Midjourney, for example, were created by AI, right? Or that DALL-E, ChatGPT, and all these other tools that are out there on the market, I think we're going to find that they've all been out there for a very long time. They didn't just create themselves out of nowhere. They've been in development for a long time, and a lot of them have actually been in use for a long time. The difference that we have between where we were and where we are today is the fact that now the general public is aware of it. And I think AI to that extent is a good thing. It helps human beings be more efficient. It helps us be more effective in as far as what we're doing. And I think that we're experiencing AI version 0.0. This is only the beginning. There's a lot more to come.
You won't even give it a 0.1.
No, I won't.
Okay, so the second question is, what's digital marketing?
So when you think about digital marketing, the question is, how do you take a business and get their brand, get their message, and target their audience using the internet in a way that you show that they're authoritative in what they're doing, and that they have the knowledge and the experience of what they're doing, and that they are the right choice, their target audience, to use them. And having been in marketing, our company's been in marketing since '87. I started the internet group in '94, so it's been a long ride. And in terms of the story, in 2004 we went 100% digital, and I haven't looked back for the last roughly 19 years. And the digital space is, in fact, the method in which a business can garner clients. And as time has progressed over the last, let's say, 19 to 25 years, more and more of businesses are looking for their resources, are looking for their vendors, they're looking for solutions to solve a problem through the internet. And unless you know what you're doing on your own and you have a marketing team that can get your message out, the idea is that a marketing agency is much more effective and efficient in getting the word out for you across the internet, so that your target audience is going to be able to say, yep, I want to at least talk to this person.
Now, we all know about the noise. We all get more than enough emails. We go on to LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and just inundated with, to be polite, garbage.
Correct.
And now, one thing that I always say is that a postcard is the best marketing tool because it's always looked at. It's as simple as I see that.
No, you're right.
Here, we have a I don't know what you call it, a communal mailboxes.
Right.
The mail isn't delivered to the individual doors. It's to a communal box, and people will open it up. They'll immediately throw away what they consider to be junk. But if it's a postcard, they'll look at it before they throw it away. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. How can AI assist in getting your digital postcard read?
Oh, there are two parts to that puzzle, right? So if we're thinking of a business website, the first part is going to be related to their advertising and, for lack of better words, organic marketing, right? Or search engine optimization, content marketing methods in which they're going to get their message out. So that's your first step. How do you get your message out to the market? And, and I don't want to get into all the details, but if you think about omni-channel marketing and multi-channel marketing, and the two working together to be able to deliver the fact that you have to be pretty much everywhere, whether you like it or not, because you don't know where your target audience is likely to, look at it this way. One company is going to say, or an individual within a company is going to say, I really like to find my resources on LinkedIn, whereas another one's going to say, I really want to find my resources on Instagram. I'm not saying one is right versus wrong. My point being is that your target audience is likely to use any form to be able to find their resources, find a way to solve a problem. So that's part number one. Part number two comes into play with where I think AI has a significant role. And that is, once you get your target audience to visit your website, can you get them to convert from being a website visitor to becoming a lead and contacting you? That is probably the real focus here, where AI really helps out. So let me give you an example. When you use artificial intelligence on your website, you're able to create what's called a journey funnel. The AI takes a look at the visitor, tracks how long they spend on the website, what pages they go to, and mind you, understand, the AI has to understand what pages are most important to you as a business, tracks how long they spend on any given page, within the website, what pages they're jumping to and from. And that's on the first visit. Now, here's the interesting thing. The second part of the equation is when that visitor comes back a second, a third, a fourth time, the AI is creating a profile about that visitor. And based on that visitor's profile, the AI is creating a journey funnel. At the top of the funnel, you are a new person, right? And so the AI is likely to actively present a call to action to you, and you may engage or you may not. But the next time around you come to the website, now you're falling further into the funnel. The AI is saying, well, this person seems to be really interested in me. All of a sudden, the call to action is changing. It's a little bit more aggressive. You came back a second time, a third time, maybe you need to talk to us. Now, if that's not enough, if you come back a fourth, fifth, or sixth time, the AI is in the funnel, you're way down at the bottom, meaning you're in a decision phase. The AI is going to actively feed you something very aggressive. It's like, okay, it's time to really talk to us. Why don't you just, fill out this form? We'll give you 50% off or whatever that number, that incentive might be, and ask that person to reach out. And so when we think of a sales funnel, this is a separate piece, right? This is the pre-sales funnel. This is the journey funnel within a website, because once that person contacts you and they become a lead, they go into the sales funnel. So now they're at the top of that sales funnel. Now it's up to the business at that point to figure out what they're going to do in terms of trying to close that deal, set up an appointment, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes to AI, in terms of business, in terms of being able to actively help in the digital marketing space, this is a very interesting part of it.
Now, I have something interesting that happens with me. I've been using digital marketing for a very long time, primarily LinkedIn. But everything I post on LinkedIn, I also post on Facebook and Twitter, so that there's absolutely no differentiation between what I contribute to one site and what I contribute to another. The reason being that in my business as a recruiter, when I see that someone is a consummate professional on LinkedIn, and then I find them on Facebook, and they're a blithering idiot, I can't submit that person to my client because I don't know who I'm submitting, the professional or the blithering idiot. And you're laughing, but I'm being serious.
No, you're right. I'm laughing because it's crazy, because that's exactly what happens with people. They can't seem to be consistent about their online personality. And that is a problem. Granted, Facebook and Twitter, for example, have done a lot in terms of being able to, for individuals to figure out how to protect themselves from being blistering idiots. But the reality is that it happens. And that's an area that I think a lot of people, especially in your case, when you're being a recruiter, these people need to have some level of consistency, or they need to figure out how to clean themselves up very, very quickly.
That was not actually the point I was getting to, though.
Okay.
What's funny is, for example, I started a new program just a couple weeks ago, hiring seniors. Employers are worried about hiring someone who's woke. They don't know what they're going to get themselves into. With a senior, it's possible that a senior could be woke, but the odds are against it. So I started a free service for seniors where they can register. And I've got a tweet that's identical to the update or the post, as they call it, on LinkedIn and whatever it is on Facebook. I don't know what it's called. Update, I think. In any event, most people would have been happy with the initial result that I had, which was everything was positive. Great idea. Good luck. Glad you're doing this. Sounds interesting. Well done. It's important. But I wasn't happy because I know that you start to get responses when somebody insults you. I've been insulted now twice. Okay. Not really. You insulted, attacked, diplomatically disagreed with. Nobody has been.
Not on LinkedIn, though, right? Or is it
on LinkedIn? Yeah, sure. Okay. Diplomatic. And as soon as that happens, all of a sudden people start going to the website and registering. So it's not exactly intuitive.
No, I agree.
Let AI deal with that. Deal with something that is not rational.
I don't know that AI can do that at the moment, which is why I am saying that we are in AI 0.0. AI is not at the level that you're suggesting in this case. AI is still learning, and it's at the very beginning stages. It's not able to go through that process, that thinking process that you're suggesting right now. For example, if you go to ChatGPT and start asking it controversial topics or controversial questions, it comes back and says, I am an artificial intelligence, and I'm not privy to be able to do something like this or to provide an answer. And so it has limitations today. I don't know that it's going to have limitations in about 3 years, let alone 1 year. But today's AI is not able to get to where you're talking about.
So what's the difference between AI and machine learning?
Okay, so AI is artificial intelligence taking information and interpreting what it understands and being able to regurgitate that to you in a way that that answers your question, for lack of better words. Machine learning is about taking data and analyzing it and creating another set of data out of it. There is a difference between the two. AI is interacting with you. Machine learning doesn't interact with you. It's running in the background. Machine learning is running in the background. And it is taking data, literally taking information and analyzing it for you and figuring out what the analysis or the result might look like, but only as it relates to data. It doesn't do any interpretation. It's not trying to answer a question.
Well,
AI, on the other hand.
No, go ahead. Please finish.
AI, on the other hand, is trying to answer a question.
Well, I have one final question, and I'm going to share your contact information with our viewers.
Okay.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you wish I had asked you? And if I had asked you, how would you have answered?
Bruce, we did a great job working together today. It was a pleasure being on your show. I don't know of any additional information that comes to my mind. It was a pleasure being on the show. Thank you very much for presenting my contact information. I really do appreciate it.
Well, I thank you. I thank our viewers for watching. And as always, please stay focused on success.